This video profiles the use of biological control agents for whitefly in greenhouse poinsettia. The control agents featured include insect pathogenic fungi, parasitic wasps, predatory mites, and predatory beetles. Insect pathogenic fungal products, such as Botanigard and no-fly, are packaged in bottles of powder or liquid. Prepare and apply these products according to the labels. The fungi work best under humid conditions, germinating on and colonizing the insect, eventually penetrating its body cavity. The dead whiteflies will change color slightly. Other than observing dead whiteflies, the activity of the fungi is difficult to monitor. 3 parasitic wasps used for biological control in greenhouse poinsettia are Encarsia formosa, Eretmoceras mundus, and Eretmoceras eremicus. They are sold on cardboard tags with between 60 to 100 pupae per card, as loose pupae in sawdust or bran or in blister packs. To check product quality on the carded predators, place one in a sealed container. Count the number of emerged adults after 2 weeks, or count number of empty pupae on the card. Alternatively, remove cards from the crop after 2 weeks and count the number of empty pupae to establish the number of emerged wasps. To apply, tear the tags off the strips without touching the actual parasitized whitefly pupae. Hang the tags in the canopy out of direct sunlight. Spread the tags evenly throughout the crop. To apply loose Eretmoceras, sprinkle them on the plant leaves or place in small emergence boxes and situate the boxes in the crop. Typically, 2 to 4 Eretmoceras per square meter per week are distributed for preventative release, and up to 20 per square meter for whitefly hotspots. For Encarsia, apply weekly at about half the introduction rate used for Eretmoceras. The wasps kill whitefly by stinging immatures, then feeding on the body fluid that leaks out. The wasps also lay eggs in immature whiteflies. The eggs hatch and develop inside the whitefly, eventually emerging as an adult wasp from the whitefly pupa. To monitor success, note the percentage of parasitized pupae and the host feeding of parasitoids on whitefly, as evidenced by the whitefly's changed appearance and the parasitoid adults on sticky cards. Predatory mite products are available in slow-release sachets and in bulk. The slow-release sachets contain Amblyceus squirskii of all life stages, mixed with feeder mites that provide a food source for the predatory mites. Use a hand lens to identify the difference between the predatory mites and feeder mites, and to make sure that the mites are alive and active when they arrive. For further quality control, place a sachet on a platform in the middle of a container with water and detergent or on a sticky card. Count the number of emerged predators in the water or on the card weekly. To apply sachets, hang them on plants out of direct sun. It is important that plant foliage of all plants is touching to allow the mites to move throughout the crop. A small hole in the sachet allows the predatory mites to exit and move into the crop. 1 sachet per 2 to 2.5 square meters is recommended for preventative or light infestations, and up to 1 every square meter for heavier infestations. 1 application of sachets should last 4 to 6 weeks. Mites of all life stages also come in bulk mixed with bran or bran and vermiculite. For product quality control, dry count 5 samples on a white paper to ensure they are active and healthy. Mix the product well and then sprinkle it over the crops manually or mechanically. Spread 20 to 25 mites per square meter for preventative use, 100 per square meter for curative. Do this weekly. A mite can consume 40 to 140 whitefly eggs at a rate of 15 to 20 per day. It prefers eggs and first instar nymphs over later immature stages. It's difficult to monitor for predatory mites or consumed whiteflies in the crop. If you're using sachets, open a few every week to check if they are still producing. Delphastus, or predatory beetles, are small black lady beetles, only about 1.5 millimeters long. The females have a reddish-brown head. The larvae are a cream color and elongated, with the oldest larval stage being approximately 4 to 5 millimeters long. Delphastus is packaged in small containers containing 100 to 1,000 beetles, protected by packing material such as shredded paper or buckwheat hulls. Though they can be stored for 1 to 2 days at 10 to 16 degrees Celsius in the dark, Delphastus becomes very active when the product warms up and should be released as soon as possible after they are received. To release, mix the product gently before releasing in the early morning or evening. Release the beetles in clusters directly on infested leaves. It's voracious. Adult beetles will eat more than 160 whitefly eggs daily. The larvae will eat almost 1,000 before pupating. Distribute up to 1 beetle per square meter for low populations of whiteflies, and 2 to 4 beetles for heavy populations, 5 beetles per square meter for hotspots. Do this weekly for 3 to 4 weeks. Monitor for Delphastus when checking the underside of leaves for whitefly. Biological agents are being actively and successfully used to protect poinsettia crop from whitefly. Contact biocontrol companies, consultants, or extension specialists for further details and support on how to get your control program underway.